Hi everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. Today we are on part 3 of the Harry Potter room makeover. Today's task is going to be mainly painting this room. We're also going to remove the floors. So before we get started, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and become a part of my magical friends. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, yes, we are already on part 3 of this Harry Potter room makeover, and I want to firstly apologize for how echoey it probably is. I know it sounds really echoey to me right now in this room, so I'm sure it's coming off on the camera, but that's just because it is completely empty in here. But I do want to go ahead and start painting this entire room, but before we do that, we need to remove the floors. So me and my husband are going to go ahead and tear these up, remove all the carpet, and then we will start painting. So basically what we did was we took like a box cutter and we just did long cuts just straight down, and then that way it made it easier for removal, so we could just roll them up later, and then we kind of stacked them as we went, and then we took them to a dumpster later on. But that is basically it, just kind of repeating that process over and over again until we make up the entire pile and are ready to go ahead and throw it away. Right now we are ready to paint. So I already went to Lowe's early this morning and I picked up my colors. They are not allowing us to do any samples. I don't know if that's the same like where you guys are at, but they did not let me take any samples, so I just kind of went with my gut instinct and just hope it works out, because I did buy 2 gallons of this color, and I just kind of went for a very soft, warm beige, but a very light, muted tone, just because I know that everything else is going to kind of stand out in this room, but I do want to get rid of the gray. Like right now we have a really pale gray in here, and I want to do more warm tones, so that's why I'm kind of going towards more of a beige color. And then this same gray is all throughout the room, so it's even on the ceilings. So I did buy just a white ceiling color, pink color to do that as well. So I think I'm gonna start with the ceilings. This is actually the first project of painting that I have done for my home. I mean, I painted my room when I lived with my parents, like way back in the day. But before we lived here, we rented, so we never painted. And then we just left the grays in every single room in this house, and we just haven't taken on that project yet. So this is the very first room that's going to be painted in our house. I'm definitely excited to do it, but I'm like, do I have any experience? No. Oh, you should have seen me at the store. I'm like, what do I need? I need everything. I don't have any paint rollers. I didn't have anything. So I'll show you everything that I got, and then we'll get started on painting. I guess I'll start with the ceiling. I don't want to have to work around the fan, but we'll get there when we get there. And then for my outfit, I just wore a t-shirt that I got from a Geek Gear subscription box, and it says, "Give socks, free elves." And then I just have some sweatpants. I don't care if I get some paint on, and I'll probably be putting my hair up here shortly. All right, so here is my paint haul. So we've got some ceiling paint, and this is just white ceiling paint, boring. And then we've got 2 gallons of this paint, and I just went for the eggshell finish and this signature interior paint that also includes primer. And then as for the paint color, we did go with the Vanilla Sugar. It's this tone here. And this is a sample of the flooring that I want to get for this room. So I did kind of compare how that went together, and I really liked it. So that's just kind of how I used it to match up what I thought would go best in this room, especially since I couldn't get any samples. I also bought some Scotch Blue painter tape so I can kind of protect some areas that I don't want to get any paint on. I did buy a drop cloth just in case I need to cover anything, kind of like the fan, or if I just want to place things down on it instead of placing it on the cement. I just don't want paint everywhere. I know I don't mind if it gets on the floor because we'll be covering it up soon, but I don't need any other uneven stuff on the surface. And I went with these textured wall and ceiling rollers. This also came with a little set of rollers because I knew I needed some actual rollers to use. And then I got 2 trays because one's gonna be for the ceiling paint and then one's gonna be for all the walls. I did buy this handle, which I'm not sure if it's gonna be necessary, just to add some height so I can get to the ceiling. And I have a ladder too. I also need to get rid of this tack strip that, you know, kind of keeps your carpet in. So I do have this, but I don't know how to do it. Holy moly. So there's gotta be an easier way to do this, but that was hard. I got that off. 1 strip down, a bajillion to go. Looks evenly mixed. We didn't have any stirring sticks, so this is just a stick. Alright, here is how the ceiling looks so far. I still have to cut in, obviously, on all the edges, but I just kind of did a first little base. I know, super interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be white. All right, so it is the next day and I only got the ceiling part done minus the edges. I'm gonna do that right now, but I did go ahead and use masking tape to like kind of cover some of the stuff so we can get in a little closer. I don't mind if I get it a little bit on this wall, so I'm not gonna mask that. And then once the ceiling dries, I will go in and mask that ceiling so then I can actually do the walls, because I think that will cover up since it is a darker color. But I did go ahead and mask everything else. I couldn't get these strips off myself, so I'm just gonna wait until my husband can help me with it, because I only got 2 off and it was a lot of work. So I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. I still have to do the tops. I just had to get on a ladder for those. I masked around the fan. So now let's go in and finish this ceiling and then we can start on the walls. Okay, so the ceiling is officially done. A little messy, but it'll be fine. And now we're ready to do the walls. So I need to open this up. Da-da-da. All right, very light. And I need something to mix it with. I found this ruler, or yardstick, I should say. So pour it in, and let's not do too much like I did last time. That should be good. Alright, so I feel like the lighting's a little weird in here, but that is the start, and then I'll just continue doing this wall and I'll touch base with you in a moment. All right, another update. So this wall and this wall are complete. And then I still have this wall to do, so you can see, move closer, so you can see the difference. So it's not a huge contrast, but we have gray that we're covering up. And then here is that new beige color. And then we still have this wall to do, so it's still gray. It's so hard to see, so I don't even want to focus. But so it's like so shady over here because of the window light. You cannot see the difference. Yeah, I don't think it's picking up on camera. Maybe a little bit. But at least the ceiling's complete. And that is where we're at. There we go. All right, so I have basically this room done being painted. Ceiling is completely done. All of the walls have been painted and like all the edges, but I do want to do one more coat on this wall on this side. But I wanted to show you before I move on that I want to do an accent wall on the wall with the windows, the one right in front of me. And I picked out this like brick stick-on wallpaper. It's like an adhesive one. So I will be starting that here shortly. So let's open this up and I can show you what it looks like. All right, here it is opened up. So it would be going this way. And I think it's gonna look so cool. And I did get this off of Amazon. I bought it a while ago, but it's still available, which is good because I only have one of these. I was gonna use it for a different project a while back, but I just never got to it. And now I think it will look really good on these walls. So I'm really excited to see how this comes out. I've never actually applied any of this kind of like adhesive wallpaper before. So we'll see. Fingers crossed it turns out okay. But let's go ahead and add this to the wall. All right, I know I look crazy, I have no makeup on, and I've got paint on my face. But I am gonna go ahead and wrap up part 3 of this Harry Potter room makeover. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on that new like brick wallpaper. Do you think that that brown looks good in here? And I know like the paint wasn't like a huge contrast, but I am really happy with how it turned out. And I'm so glad I finally have white ceilings because when we moved in here, what was that? December of 2019, everything is gray. Like the ceilings are gray, the walls are gray, and it's every single room. So happy to have that completed, and I will be finishing up this wall hopefully throughout the week as soon as more of that paper arrives from Amazon. And then next weekend, hopefully we can start on the floors and we'll be finishing that up, and then I can start bringing stuff back into this room and then work on the closet. But as always, if you liked today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notification so you're notified during my next video upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!